Got the prediction going. Tad is playing. Tad is highly suspect. He is very highly suspect. Some shenanigans going on from him. So, today we will be having Team Tad or Team Schaf. Get your bets in, boys. Once again, this is going to be a close match in my opinion. Gold League match. In a couple of days, we're going to get a lot of channel points redemptions coming in. So get the channel points while you can. I know, Mr. Mustache. Alright, just checking you guys can see this alright. Should be good. So, just for those wondering, Team Laz was issued a warning for playing 2 A-tier civs, but they still lost, so it does not matter. Frank and Coxing are pulling ahead with that victory, and we'll get into game 1 of Taddy's team versus Woozlot's team. Here we go. We have Taddy and Antz playing as China and Russia, potentially some rush gameplay here. And Woozlot and Schaf going as India, France. Casting all these games, we end up seeing quite a few common matchups, and both of these are pretty well paired, in my opinion. Must cast here, with an easy switch to Gurkha if required, from France and India. And Antz going Russia for some Strelette, and potentially some... Interesting, could go Cossack actually, and then Suspect go Pike Bow. I'll switch between Tad and Suspect, so sorry guys if you get a bit confused, I'll try my best. Picking up some early XP here. That's pretty close to your opponent's base, my god. Oh, sorry, Treasure Convention there. Antz does not pick it up. Neither of them really wanting to go for... Oh, no, we've got some balls here. 115 wood, wonder if Schaf gets it. Pick it up. Come on, surely you see it. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. That's a shame. We'll check the decks in just a sec, but interesting market way behind base here. Maybe going herd and then deciding to build the market straight away. But very lucky here from Taddy. Hope his Explorer doesn't go down though. 10 apiece. Yeah, no, it should be right. Oh my god, with one shot from that leopard left. 115 wood, that's a village and a half. Sneaking up here to get some food though now. 145 food. I think we've got some good treasure plays from both sides here, so it's going to be pretty contentious. Both sides spawning with the Berber. Somali, no, Sudanese. Check decks here. First time we see Seer Oasis. Not the first time in the casted games, but first time today, yes. Distributism coming in. Ooh. Taddy doing his battlefield construction. Now, I do rate his battlefield construction play. He's very good at that. But on this map, probably not the best, considering the chokes are pretty tight. You generally get it when your opponent is coming in. So a bit difficult there. Check the other decks. Standard French deck, more cav-centric. Interesting, got the Gubriel system instead of Thoroughbreds. Interesting play. Trying to see what they're gonna do. Interesting. I'm not too sure. Based on these decks, I'm not too sure. I feel like both teams have the opportunity to rush. And there comes down the aggro. More of a claim the two herds line. Forward build, potentially. Let's get into some action and see some fighting. Walking some vills forward. Gonna FB the blockhouse right over here, opposite side to the Agra, so it's gonna be very impactful. Does get scouted here from the scout, so they do know the blockhouse on the opposite side. Can't remove the Agra now, which is a shame. He's going to be able to deny any raids coming in from the right side, which is pretty good. But then again, Antz is doing the same thing with the wall. Interesting, not pillarless though. Surprised about that. Although it kind of is pillarless technically. We're going to delete them later. There we go. Yeah. But looks like some defensive walls coming up from France. Imagine if that market was right there. That would have been so much more useful, wouldn't you reckon? 14 village up, 18 vill, 7, I think it's 16 village up. France up with 15. Maybe defensive Musk. We'll go into Stillet. Not a good idea. Maybe. Cav Seapoy or Cav Gurkha might be the play here, in my opinion. We'll need to cover this little entrance here, though. That's a pretty big gap. Yeah, but this market up here would have been so much more useful. And it's definitely denying the raids here. Put him probably... How many hunts? He's only got 1, 2 hunts back here. And this Russia, you chew through food quite a bit. So I might have to venture out here and get some of the Cybex. But if the pressure is applied on here, doesn't really need to handle the raids on the other side, because it'll be diverting forces from the main fight, and that's what it'll be wanting. Another blockhouse wagon coming up. Gonna be hard for Seluzlot and Shuffle to push out under 2 blockhouses. And the 5 Cossack coming in early here. Interesting. Good micro there from the Cossacks by Antz. Won't lose a single Cossack here. And gets 2 Seapoy for free. Well done. Good micro. 7 Kudabar in the town centre. Doesn't even lose the Explorer there. That's a good trade. That's a lot of vital time.
Right.
Schaf and Noob. I like it. Always good to check Explorer names zones. Sieging the left side of the wall. Maybe he doesn't want to get caught out here. I think that's a good play. Although nothing to deal with the Seapoy. No Stillet. Opening up with Musk. Now sending the Chukonu. Interesting to see what he's going to train though. He's batching the standard army. Yeah, here we go. Old Han. Yep. So we got Pike Bow. So the Pike will get some good siege and defend against the Cav. And the Chukonu will be able to handle those Seapoy quite effectively. 8 Chukonu coming in now, or 9. And Antz continuing with the Musk production. I would have liked Cossack here though. I think he's got enough anti-Cav. Clan Fightman, very effective against Cav, 35 damage to those Huss. Wall almost going down. Quick repair could come in here, but I think it might not. Okay. Shafasekal. Shafasekal? Is that how we say it? But yeah, that name was pretty funny. Where is it again? There's the Explorer. Shafasnoob. Gonna get the house down. Something not many pro players, well, not pro players, but mid to high level players don't do is siege houses down. And I never knew why. It's like, it's 100 wood, and your opponents can't get the next batch out. Although a fight coming in here, Fang Fightmen do scare the Cav off. Sorry folks. Sorry for the commentary delays, that's just me blowing my nose because I am very sick at the moment. Don't worry, you can't catch it through the screen. It's safely hidden behind all these dunes. Not gonna lie, well played though. Pikes weren't really in cover mode there, and the Hussar did get the opportunity to clean everything up. Sepoy and Gurkha do lose pretty hard to Chukonu, but they still have a high damage output, so even in close range, Musk do a decent amount of damage to light infantry. You gotta remember that. Range is what gives the light infantry their key there. Like I said before, currently push out under 2 blockhouses. Finally getting this Cossack out, abandoning the Musk, realizing not really worth it. But, very good play there. Very good play. Steppy coming in, trying to pick up a raid on the back line, potentially. One thing to note is that it's a massive walking distance from the Agra fort. He does have a barracks in base, but still a long time for reinforcements to come here. Not much anti-cav though, so maybe if another batch of Cossack paired with the Steppe Rider get on top of those Gurkha, could be trouble. Won't be able to kill them very quickly, but we'll get them into melee mode, so then the Strelette and Shikonu pick them off. Probably want to be rebuilding a wall there or placing something down, and I think he is going to be housed if that house goes down. Double batching from the stable, interesting choice. Thinks he can take on the Quang Pikeman pretty well. Only 10% melee resist. Good micro. He does have a lot of Gurkha here, so he will be able to pick them off if he does that well. Launching another assault here. See how this goes. Does he get the next toss out? Barely misses it. That's a lot of cav here. Probably don't want to be revealing that just yet, but I'd probably put a gate here and try and go in the back. And if they ever get into trouble, he can just show that cav and they'll definitely pull out. Yeah, going in for that house. Definitely a positive engagement in my opinion. But those Cossack are going to get cut down pretty quickly. And the Gurkha are picking off those Quang Pikemen. Although the Steppe coming around the back, getting on the Gurkha right here. Nothing to defend. The Musk are out of position. Gurkha going down fairly well, losing a lot of HP, not getting killed that quickly though. Quang Pikemen not really where they want to be, probably want to be on the front line more. Definitely lost a lot of Huss. Lost a lot of cav from both players, but the reinforcing batch of Cossacks is what's going to make the difference. Huss coming in pretty slow from the training queue. Although the Redcoats and Sepoy will be able to scare off the remaining Cossack and keep those Gurkha alive. And now, the Huss are going to be able to chase down those Chukano. And there's nothing to defend them here, only Cossack to body block. And Cossack aren't that hot against us here. Reinforcement banning patch of Huss. They might be able to push them back to the blockhouse. They got some high siege from those Redcoats and Sepoy. I think it's worth going under these blockhouses and sieging. They definitely need the Huss in though. They need the Huss in now, and they need another batch queued up because this is going to be the fight. It's all going to be about time. Who can get more units out of here? Definitely a lot of Huss getting picked off here. Blockhouses are doing work. 30 ranged attacks. They are going to pick off these units. Not quickly, but definitely dealing some decent damage. Surprised the Huss aren't getting on the pikemen and bows here. Love to see the predictions right now. Who's bet on what? So I feel like we've got a lot of people are going to be betting on Antz and highly suspect. So hopefully some people put some money on both sides. But pulling back now, abandoning the forward base. Right, cool. See if an A drop is in queue. Yeah, looks like Antz is macroing for the A drop, and so is Taddy. Will they be able to hold though? Oh, sorry. So lose a lot. And yeah, so yeah, that's like the anyway. Taddy does have to speed up here a bit. I keep thinking Taddy's so lose a lot for some reason. Interesting choice here. I don't know if they should push out here. What do you guys reckon? If they've got good map awareness, they know that there's a hump behind here. Because like they've got the same. And they've defended it the same with the small wall. So if he does push around here and try and idle him and force him out of his base, there's no real point going for the throat right now. Desperation wall's coming up though. Won't get up in time. Picking off those vills with the Gurkha. Extra range. And Cav going up from a raid. Oh, and the wall isn't finished. That's a shame. Gonna lose 3 vills there. Well, this is interesting. Well held from Sir Lose-a-Lot and Schaf. Yeah, pulling back, suspecting the age up of the Abesh squares, what are they called? The skirmishes. Suspecting the skirmishes coming in from the age up, so probably pulling back. Doesn't want to get caught out there, especially with a shipment of units. Gonna wait for those cav to retreat, because that's a long way if he gets in trouble. Setting masters to open a path, good choice. Second batch of redcoats, I believe. Didn't see this scout here. That would have been pretty good for the early game. Check bills. Pretty even. India does have quite a bit more, as expected. We'll be able to force these Musk away now. With these Strelette. Potentially pick off a couple. Yeah, doesn't realise until too late. We're going to lose all that res there. Steppy Riders attempting to go for a raid, but called back. Fast mass definitely building. Getting vet techs in already. Pushing in now. Forward wall going to be very useful. I think it's a good thing to do on this map because, like, obviously you've only got your 2 routes, right? If you push on one side, if you split up, you're kind of screwed for a decent amount of time if the opponents push in. So getting this wall up is going to delay them in case something does go wrong when they push in. Yeah, here comes the cav. Here comes the cav mass. I feel like, yeah, I think that's what they're expecting. They're expecting a massive pop from China here with all those unit shipments from China being available, and they need a spot to fall back to if things go sour, if it hits the fan per se. Missed the opportunity to kill all those vills though, but they looks like they're going to come to the front here seeking these hunts, and does pick off one. Running out of hunts in base though, although it does have those 2 up the front there. Might want to extend the wall up here. Has plenty of wood, so just spend 20 wood at the front here, spend more wood and just really stall them. And exactly what they were anticipating. Huss out of position. Gurkha going to get caught out here. He needs some good micro here. If those Sepoy can be eliminated, he's in trouble here. There's a ton of cav. Although Chinese cav getting absolutely devastated here. Not enough skirmishes to deal with those Sepoy. And those Cossacks are going to go down as well. I feel like this is very, very Sir Lose-a-Lot and Schaf favoured. They've got the bigger, the stronger, the tankier units, and Russia and China have more of the mass sort of trash units. If we're going to talk Age of Empires 2 logic here. And yeah, Hussar on the Strelette here, I think that's pretty devastating. Antz not even age 2, age 3. Yeah, now that chance something going to go down. bringing out the emergency Cossack now, but a bit late. Needed to be during that fight. And now all the Vils are being absolutely slaughtered at the top here. That's got to be it. That's it. Like, look at that. So many Vils down. Well played. I feel like Antz and Taddy had their game plan right. They just didn't know when to push in, and they just didn't have quite enough of them. You know what I mean? They didn't know when to push in and when to push back. Well, they tried to, but it wasn't at the right time, which is a shame. Obviously both very good players, but in this time just being solidly outplayed by Loser-Lot and Schaf. Well done, boys. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting into that matchup. I suppose India and France are very hard to push into, so potentially a counter pick there from those two players. But first game going over to Loser-Lot and Schaf. Well done, boys. And once again, sorry for the delays in commentary. I'm doing my best, but you know, as I explained before. GG next. Jeez, and I was just really wanting getting on to the next one. Next game, not really wanting to stay and analyse the results of it. I'll check up the post-game real quick while we edit the score, and then we can get on to the next one, lickety-split. Setting up the next prediction here. So this is for round 2. Lots of points being rewarded, lots of crowns. Remember, get your crowns while you can. Very useful here because in the upcoming days we're going to have a lot of rewards regarding crowns. So make sure you get them while they are here. So in the meantime, we will get into the next game. Antz versus Schaf, game 2. GG being called for all players. And we're on the classic game, I think it's like Daffer or something, with the crater. Update the score here. Oh, I already updated the score. Silly me. Right, looks like we have a switch up here. Antz going France and Tad going India. They're two main civs, in my opinion, against Russia and Hausa. Potentially could see some rushes against, we'll see the reverse of last game. Loser-Lot and Schaf going to be rushing Tad and Antz here. I'm not too sure. That's at least what I suspect is going to happen. Potentially some late game here, but we shall see. Get right into it. Dot, what do you mean switch by scene? I'm doing it so y'all can't see the results of other matches. That's actually pretty cool. She's like sitting down there. I feel like India's great at taking these early treasures with the splash damage and the stun. Going to easily be able to take these food trickle here. Going to help them out pretty well. Check decks in a sec once they get selected, but we don't have any passive gather civs, so these mines aren't going to get talked, and these hunts aren't going to get shrined. I wonder if we'll see any Sudanese watchtower techs and get a massive line of sight on the map. Trade price coming down for Antz. Market start potentially. Standard house to start from Loser-Lot. Trading that first cow in. It looks like we've got some tag teaming here on this first treasure. Taking a bit of damage. But 75 wood, very, very useful. Especially for Russia. Get that blockhouse up nice and quick. Small treasures around here, small tag team. And now the explorer, the scout on the back line being able to spot where the bases are. It'll be good for raiding as well. You can see the hunts. See exactly where Antz can send some of his husks. I feel like Antz and Frank have a similar French play style. I feel like Antz is a bit more eco-centric, whereas Frank is a bit more military-centric. So potentially a longer game here. I should just see decks actually. Yeah, wilderness warfare. Skirmishes maybe. Not too sure. It does look Cav skirm heavy. I'm chucking down the early aggro. I feel like they're just gonna do what? Oh, hold up. They're gonna try rush him again. I reckon they feel like they've got it in the bag here. Gonna get this 95 XP. Don't think Muhammad's gonna get in here in time. Yep. I think that says it all right there. Hope you guys are seeing this. Someone clip that. Yeah. I feel like this treasure's in contention here. If Taddy can get in pretty quick, could be an opportunity here. And he definitely will. Potential for a treasure steal. I'm not too sure if these treasures stack though. Last time I checked they don't stack, so it's just going to be a steal. It is a steal, successful steal. I know one of the emirs on a very low HP. India not going up with the market. France not going up with the market either. Spotted the aggro, getting some defensive walls up. Maybe the blockhouse here would have been better. Limit the distance between the two. And then potentially some houses. I feel like the bases are pretty close together, so not too far walking distance. And sending some vills up to get this stable done. House are going up with the Berber allies. Maybe see some raider action. Quartermaster from Russia. Mass out the Strelets. And let's see it, boys. Husk Musk versus double Skirp or Strelet Javelin, maybe? Interesting, sending the House of Kingdom. Maybe... I don't know, it seems a bit greedy right now. Seems a bit greedy. I don't play House that well, but sending a building traveler like that. Or might be good to body block, but 4 minutes 40. Taddy's damn quick with those Seaboy. We'll be able to get the buildings up. Good body block here for any units popping out, but a bit late. Give me a bit late here. Alright, blockhouse going down pretty quick. Sorry about that, Ian, lads. 3 villagers in the blockhouse. Can I get it over the town centre pretty fast? There we go. Saved him. Hope he doesn't lose any more vills here. One does go down. Does get the other one inside. Basically loses the blockhouse for free. Javelins into here. Suspecting some cav from France, but the French cav isn't here yet. The Strelets are here though, which is good. So the cav will be able to defend from any huffs that do pop. And the potential to clean up all these Seaboy here, although they do have an easy escape on the bottom line here. Villagers could have been used to body block there, but ejected on the wrong side. And that insane piling distance, my god. Other blockhouse going down. We'll see if he's still queuing though. He is, okay. Honestly, they've done enough damage. They could honestly pull back now, get the Huss to raid, potentially pick out Strelets when they're out of position, and just don't really need to push in at this point. Getting some influence here. Getting as many trade posts as possible, picking up 45 XP. Getting the market text down from Antz. Nothing special from either side, just a ton of mass, really. I feel like Gurkha could be the play here, but I feel like Seaboy do pretty well against Jav Riders anyway. Yes, but low HP. Yeah, they don't, honestly, they don't have any Raiders out, and Raiders do die pretty quickly. They're like Ulans, sort of. So, I feel like the right call is Gurk here. Because Seaboy can defend against the Raiders, right? Whereas the Huss can also body block against the Raiders. And the Gurkha can also pick off these Goon. So, although Skirm Goon is the better combo than Musk Huss, this early game, with the French heavy Cav and the easily massable Gurkha from India, I feel like that's much better. And he's got all these Seaboy ready for the engagement anyway. If some Raiders do decide to pull out and do some flanking. But interesting to see what the fight's going to bring. Is it worth it getting the trade post tech? Probably not. Can't really afford to send any units down to the bottom trade post to siege it. Sending a single Huss around the back line to see if there's any Vills out of position. Might be able to deny this if he gets some line of sight. Good positioning of the scout, and he does see it. Well played, well played. Engagement coming in here. We'll be able to pick up those Vills because all the APM is focused on the fight. Although pulling back here doesn't really want to engage. Looselot and Schaf pushing out. Although this Gurkha just hitting so heavily here. And the Huss should be able to take some volleys on the Z move. So, Anima is saying nervous trading is disgusting. I don't know, he kind of needed the units at that point in time. He didn't really have anything to defend the Seaboy, so he allowed sending the whole army to kill 3 Huss. They could honestly push in right now and do some damage if they spot this. But interesting you say that. I feel like they needed it at that point. He had no anti-infantry. And also saying Raiders like Steppy shouldn't use them in team games except for the shipment. Yeah, by shipment I think you do also mean like the big button. So I feel like you send some just to raid down here, pick up a few Vills. Like Gimmick, do you remember the game like we played before where I think I sent like 5 Cossack, which are like basically Raiders, like they're like discount Huss, right? And you send them to raid and they just annoy you, just like the APM, and you get like 2 Vills like every minute, and it just adds up and adds up. Well, maybe not 2 Vills a minute, but like two Vills every like 40 seconds, and it adds up and adds up. So I feel like For influence, at this point in the game where you can't spend influence on anything else, yeah, I reckon it's worth it. Fight going in here now. Huss going on the left side, pulling back. Didn't want to quite engage the Strelets there. Seeing the Javelin Riders curving around. Reinforcing Cossacks. Might be able to get onto the Gurkha here. But coming into body block with the Huss here. Fight's coming on the Dervish. Don't want to be really in melee mode there. Cutting down a lot of Dervish and Strelet there. And the Cossacks are almost down. Oh no, they're almost full HP. Just one going down there. Gurkha definitely targeting the Strelet. Should be targeting the jabs here. That Cav's going to go down quick if he's not careful. Doesn't need to be targeting the Strats here. Needs to trust his teammate. Needs to trust Antz that he knows what he's doing and he's getting on the right units here. And it looks like he is. Those Gurkha need to be targeting those jabs though. He is now. I think he is targeting the jabs now. Bit late though. And the Sepoy getting as many shots off as they can. I am amazed so much Huss has survived this. And the Gurkha weren't even focusing down the jabs that much. The jab mass is still pretty strong. I'd say going into the fight and exiting the fight, Antz and Tad came out on top with that. Although this is their best civs, I think, so they are used to the micro here. Would have liked to see the Gurkha focusing the jabs a bit more. Just trust that Antz can get on those Strelet. But by the end, towards the end, he was doing that, which is good. Getting a lot of the architects now. Missing the batch there, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Pulling out now though, France gathering way outside his base, keeping this hunt here in case the raids do start. Blocked by the wall here with 3 Huss. I'd be sitting them over here because that's a lot of res, and a lot of players do go out here and try and claim these res later in the game. So interesting to see the matchup, what happens here now. And it's definitely aging up. We're going to get the Vet Huss in and Cav Combat. Potentially some Falcons as well. Because when the jab charge in and try and kill the Falcons, he'll lose a lot of jab in the process. Lafidi's coming in, potentially a timing attack here. Definitely look like they have the military mass. Once the Lafidi come in, France is aging up. This could be deadly. Picking up a few vills here, trying to get the blockhouse up. Spotting it with the Explorer. Well done, Antz. Good stuff. Jab's going over to try and take out this Huss, but he should know that that's unsalvageable. He's not getting there in time. He's got the Lafidi in now. He needs to go now, I feel like. Antz just aged up. I think this is his time to shine. He needs to go now. And I don't think they're going. I think they missed their window. They should have gone. Here they go now, but they need to be here. Think about this game. Can be over just in a fraction of a second. He's going to get that text in now. See if Taddy's going up at all. He is going up. Going up the Charmony Gate. And we'll get a Mauhout onto these Strelet. Shipment point at the fort potentially. If he can get it up in time, maybe put some more villagers onto it. He is putting more villagers onto it. He knows the pressure of the situation. He's got it all planned out. That aggro fort has to stay up. Poke him just a bit. Just get him stopping sieging. Because once this gets in and that Mauhout gets right on top of those Strelet, it'll be deadly here. Well, those Strelet are out of position. No, bring him back to the... Yeah, on this side. He's got it. Good stuff. Go Griots, go Griots. And they are focusing the Mauhout, which is the right call. And now this Mauhout is going to be taking a lot of damage to those Lafidi. The Lafidi aren't on the Gurkha. They need to be on the Gurkha here. And I think they're just gonna right click. Oh no! Here come the Lafidi, blocked by the aggro here. Cossack onto the Gurkha here. Looks like all the Huss are down from Antz. This is devastating. Oh no! Too many Javelin riders. The Gurkha not really quite. The Gurkha focusing the Strelet instead of the Jab riders. Same problem as last engagement. He has the mass. They've got the They've totally got the mass here, but they just don't have the... They're shooting the wrong thing, panicking and trying to shoot the Strelette first. Those poor guys are so confused. Can we just turn this off, maybe? Although not many Gurkha died and all the Strelette are gone, all that's left are Jav Riders. Jav Riders can't really push into this. I feel like they've come out of this fight. Note that this trade post is also gone, so the trade line is even. And the forward stable here are denying any claim on those hunts. Antz's team really having map control here. Really ramming Russia into the corner, and Russia does like their food map control. Only really got one hunt left, doesn't have access to this one here. Getting some defensive walls up. A good raid to the bottom could be useful. We'll see if Antz thinks of it. I think they have picked it up. They do realise there's some dead hunts over here. No, they don't see the dead hunts yet. I feel like they were suspecting some villagers over here, but they didn't see it. They just know they got to go a bit further. See, the hunt is drawn right up against the wall here. They should have seen that it's been shot there. Very unnatural position, although I suppose D is very unnatural, so there could have been some things like going on there. Maybe not that suspect. Javs have 4.5 versus hand covering. I believe they have 3 times hand covering, not 4.5. Oh, sorry. Their hand attack is 4. Yes, true. When they're in mid. Dop already reveling in the glory of the channel points. I am amazed how they got fish here. In the middle of a desert, they got fish here. Must be some fishermen in that lake. Siege Elephant's definitely going to come in handy here. Charman on gate. Potentially get some Mansabdar units out here. Mansabdar units. Massive griots here. I wonder if they've got the area of effect, because they're only really useful once they've got the area of effect on them. He hasn't sent the card yet. I'd be sending this next. Although he kind of needs units, doesn't he? What do you guys reckon? I'd send this one. I wouldn't send the Cav stats. He's got so many griots, you know. I feel like it's going to be more impactful, 50% as opposed to like 15%. Doesn't really have an answer to these siege elephants right here. Can't train any cools at the moment. Does get a second town center in the back, and it's getting a third up here. I think they're planning for a surround. Can't really raid here anymore. Does have enough buildings up. Lafiti going into the charge here. Probably not the right... Oh. Yeah, he's not going to get those elephants down. You've got to remember, they have a lot of HP. They're not like regular cannons. And the fight starts here. Handcab charging into the fight here. Getting on the top of those French skirmishers. Strut picking off the forward sepoy. There was a mass there. And then Cuss coming on the back line. Going to try and pick off some of those Strelettes and Griots. Javelin Riders focusing down on this cab. The mass is heavily in suspect in Antz's favour here, but they're losing it rapidly. The Javelin Riders absolutely picking off the vet Huss. The Gurkhas not quite targeting the Jav Riders yet. The Gurkhas can't be targeting the Strelette. They need to be targeting the Jav Riders. All the Huss are getting destroyed. Although it is evening out now, the extra Lafiti is going to be devastating for those Gurkha. No anti-cab here to deal with that. The Rumis coming in. If the Rumis can get off the Jav Riders, this could be useful here, but the Lafitis on the Gurkha are pushing them back. Rumi's just getting on the Jav Riders right here now. Air effect onto the Strelette. That's going to be very useful. +6s everywhere. tide of the battle is changing. And out of nowhere, the cab comes in. The French husk just charging right in. Get into melee with those Jav Riders. He's just charging right in. The disciplined Sepoy with the Manson bar mixed in there. They're just going balls to wall, full in right now. And here they go, they start dropping the mass, just the absolute remass, the reinforcements just coming in, the push back right into the base. 2 Falks is going to be useless here. There's no anti-cab, it's all gone. Just in the blink of an eye, all of a sudden the Skirms and Gurkha start targeting the right thing. And all of a sudden, the tide of the battle changes. That was an epic dodge there from that disciplined Gurkha, but not going to be enough here. I think that's it, boys. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was a massive change. That husk was like, that was everything. What was that? Was that like a double batch and a shipment? That's it. The resign is in. That wasn't a shipment. That was like, go. It was going to be a triple batch. 1, 2. That was just a double batch. It had to be like a double batch and something stored away. That was ridiculous. Well played from Antz. Going into game 3 now. Bring that over. Well done, boys. We'll look at the post game. Ends with the most res and highest score, most killed. Highly suspect. Yeah, look at this milk. Look at that. Look at that. It was over. I thought it was done. Look at that. They're so down. And then a massive Gurkha pop with the Arumi. And then not 1, not 2, but 3 batches. And if you want to count this one, 4 as well. But 3 main batches back to back to back. That changed it right there. They were down on pop, but that was clenched. That clenched it right there. Neck and neck fighting. Both teams making mistakes along the way. But that last fight was ridiculous. Holy cow. Not many villagers being lost there. Res gathering. Set up the next game here. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see a rain, storm? I reckon we go storm. I do believe there are more recordings I've got to open up, so give me 1 second, guys. But yes, looks pretty good. I think we've got a Jack and Bessie game coming up in 3 hours, potentially. So we might have that. Just looking over... Yeah, alright. So, we'll finish casting this match. There is another game we can cast, but I can't, for the life of me, remember where I put it. So I'll get GK's help on that. But until then, we can play some Malta and some Italy and show you guys that. So we've got the last game coming up here. And then we'll get into some more Malta stuff. And then back to the recorded games. Oops, almost deleted it. So, game 3. Antz and Tad versus Team Shuffle. See how this goes. The infamous Hokkaido. All the games I've played on this, I've casted on this match have been absolutely epic. Most notably Nono and Nux's game. I can't remember who it was played against, but I remember it was the last game and it was ridiculous. It was played insanely well tactically. The best game I've ever seen for a long time, I'd have to say. Definitely for a long time. So props to them for that. Hopefully we can see another epic game today. I will just get this set up. Finish these predictions. Yep. I'm giving you your points. I'm giving you your points. Chill, chill. Team Tad. Oh my god. Oh. 1 to 29. Can we just check that Tad won that, right? Yeah, Tad's team won that. Oh my god. Holy. Who lost 60k? Someone lost 60k. And Doc, your points aren't getting doubled, mate. Your points are getting, like, 30 times. I'm sorry whoever loses the 60k, but... Doc. Oh, no, I've got my money on this game. I'm going to put it under... I don't know, we'll see. But I want to see how much gets... Doc, what's your... 62 grand goes to Doc. Oh, and two others. Sorry. So, Doc, what's the... How much are you on? I won 3k and betting 100 or something. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Just bet like 100, even if it's like low odds. I mean, high odds, even if you don't think you're going to win. Because, like, you get stuff like that. So, Doc... You're not on 60k. You got to be higher than that, surely. Are you actually just 60k? Yeah, sorry, gaming. I feel bad for you, man. Well, hopefully you can pull some out this game. Oh, you're at 60. Oh, okay. Oh, because you bet all your points. Yeah, of course. Give me a sec. I'll just get this, before we start, I just want to get this second game up in case we can get this going real quick. Flo and Dennis, that was the previous one. One second, folks. Won't be too long. Alright. We should be able to get into this. Oh, no, we do have... Alright, trusting the Civ comp. So, who are we betting on? Oh, I'll get the predictions going. Can Dot... Because, like, if you bet 60k and you win it again, like, bloody hell, that's going to be ridiculous. Okay, starting the predictions. German Swede on this map. I wouldn't trust the mines. Yeah, but Nukes and Nono versing France and India, like, they outplayed them so well. It was France and India versus Germany and Brit. And Germany and Brit won. Alright, let's start off right now. Just checking everyone can hear all right. Game sound all good? I like UFB on TP side and you good. I disagree. And the reason is because if you FB on the coast, you get map control with it. Like, put a tower on the coast. I'll play this actually. You put a tower on the coast, you get map control over here over the water as well. As you put on the side, yeah, you get the TP, but you want the fighting to be down here. That way you can expand up here with your eco. If you put it here, yeah, your eco's defended, but like then you lose all the water eco. It's like a trade-off. It depends the civ. Like if you're going for a water civ, yeah. If you're going for like Brits, I suppose you could go for either one. But from the games I've seen, the guys, like every game I've casted, there's an FB at the bottom and everyone expands to the top. That's generally how it goes. And it's worked out for those players who do that, so we'll see. So, Brit and Germany from Tad and Antz coming here against Sweden and Germany. Suspect taking a TP. I want to see some Greenwich Mean Time, so hopefully we see that at least one game today. FBTPs. Interesting. Interesting how you say FBTPs twice there, so maybe that's like a misprint kind of stuff. Although you were shitting on my gameplay before, even though I won all 3 games, so yeah. Getting this 70 food over here to start off with. 25 wooden base, that's going to be useful for some manners. Won't be able to, doesn't need to gather as much wood in transition. Germany starting with the market and 2 torps from Sweden. Come on, Greenwich Mean Time. Give it to me. Please. Taddy, come on. There's no treasure contention, bro. What's the hold up? Pick your deck. Alright, while we wait for... Boo. Greenwich Mean Time, come on. I don't think Greenwich Mean Time is actually like really bad in the team, so probably best doesn't do that. Picking up some wood here for Germany. Double Germany. I can't believe I didn't realise they were on the same side. So we've got a market start for one of them and a no market start for the other. So lose a lot's going market and Antz has gone no market. Saving the wood. Saving it for an early stable, I'd say. Or he's probably saving it for a TB in transition. That makes more sense. 17 Ville age up. No, 17 pop age up, sorry. Get the 3rd torp down here on a secondary mine. Can these torps be can these mines be capitalized on by the torps? Can be hard to torp this mine though. That's a shame. And the top mines are going to lose out as one as well. Yeah, that's an awful shame. He's going to miss out on torping this center mine here. It's could suck, but he's got enough mines. He can torp this top one and these ones up here that are more susceptible to raiding. Herding or boats. So it looks like Sweden's going the defensive water play. No schooner, boat play. Yeah, no one's going water. Interesting. So I feel like since no one's going water, who had the rendering plant? Was it Lose a Lot? So since Lose a Lot has rendering plant, I can just tuck a dock down. And he doesn't need a water boom, but just have like a secondary town center. Just pump out, when you got spare wood, just pump out some fishing boats onto some whales. Just whenever you need, you know? No rush. We'll see the FB guys. Yeah, there's a TP transition. Boys, we're back. Once again, my sickness ails me. If you don't mind, I'm just going to switch on the aircon. If it gets a bit loud, let me know and I'll shut it off. Because I know my mic is extremely sensitive. And I only have the free version of the software, so I can't change the sensitivity except on Discord. But we ain't streaming on Discord, we're streaming on Streamlabs. Yay. Anyway, defensive wall coming up here from Antz, so it looks like we're going for some defensive play here. Anti-raiding, basically. Well, we got Germany on both sides, so some Ulan shenanigans coming in. Both opening... Interesting that he's got the FB in Germany's base. I don't know why you'd want to do that, considering I would rather rush Sweden, so it can't be defensively. It's got to be offensively, surely. You know what I mean? Like, if I saw these two civs, without a doubt, I'd rush Sweden. I wouldn't rush Germany, especially with their massive military pops. 8 bows plus 2 uhlans is pretty annoying. But I think it's just going to be a course of who can pick off the most vills early game, really. And who can do... Oh, he actually got a torp in there. That's bloody great. He's going to get so much wood income as well from that. Yeah, look at that. That's going to give him actually a lot of... That's an epic torp. I don't think I've seen him torp with more res. Getting the snare on there. Corellians might be able to chase him down, but could he pull trick? I think he's just given up on that Ulan there. Going down to that cold steel. Yeah, look at this. There's just Ulan around the map. It's just going to be who like sacrifices the most APM, you know. Come on, get him. Oh no, in the town center maybe. 2 manor houses being constructed. This could be annoying. Anyway, I don't think I'll be able to deny it though. Yeah. Corellians may be able to pick off a settler here if Antz isn't quick enough, although I don't think he sees it. Yeah, doesn't quite see it, just out of line of sight. Hopefully Antz picks this up before he loses any vills. Does lose 2 vills to the north here, that is a pain. Let's see what the Germany vill count is, because I think that's how I'm going to compare here. Both on 20. So no vills lost from Germany so far, just lost some from Sweden and from Britain. And now both sides thinking they can take an equal Ulan fight. Who can micro the Ulan better? Great pull away there. Although it doesn't end up working out because the musketeers do come out and snipe the Ulan from behind. Getting a good mana boom so far. That's a lot of mana houses. I think he's at 180 pop, 160? 110. 110 mana pop. So he is getting the boom ready to go, sending 600 wood. And starting to torp all the mines. Leaves this one in the back for Germany. And once again, Germany can easily take these whales because no one is on the water. Uncontested free res, if you ask me. I think that's something that they definitely should do. But it looks like we're in for the long haul here. No side really has the capability to push out yet. Starting to torp mid-base mines. And Ulan's patrolling on the top side just to deny any Ulan raids while those torps are going up. A free security service, if you ask me. Yeah, standard Brit decks. Germany. 3 copper mines. I wonder if he realizes that he can just use the whales. Because there's so many of them. I wonder if they've checked decks. Like, if that was me, just chuck down him. You know, once you got your torps up, maxed. Yeah, although, he will run around them soon, I suppose. So it looks like just mass Corellian. Mass Corellian and potential for cannons, by the looks of it, from Sweden, and Germany is going to go Cav. On the other hand, we've got Germany going Cav and Musk. So it looks like it's going to be a dead mirror. It's just going to be down to who micros better by the looks of it. I'd rush Germany H2 and siege houses. True. But why can't you do that for Sweden though? Because like look at his deck. Oh, he does have 2 leathers. I feel like looking at that deck, as opposed to, yeah, I'd rather rush Sweden, in my opinion. But each to his own. Picking up a few vills here. Going to pick up 2 villagers and potentially get the snare. Though it does escape. I wonder if he does it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't do the trick where you can like split them into horizontal formation. Getting some massive walls up. Looks like we're going to have a massive stalemate ready to go here. Rebuilding the ones on the south. Yeah, caught out of position here. Score's basically dead even. Gonna lose some Musk for nothing here, and Antz to lose a lot. Going up pretty close together. Getting in vet techs for Ulans, but looks like Antz isn't gonna go for the vet tech right away, unless I missed it. Yeah, he's not gonna go for the vet tech. He's gonna go for the war wagons. So it looks like we're gonna see a push here soon. Looks like we're going to see a topside push into these torps. I feel like the Corollians could deal with those Ulans pretty well. Oh, sorry, my mistake. We'll have to retreat though. Interesting. We've got double anti-cav so far. Going, did they coordinate that? Double, we got war wagons being trained and we got Musk. Maybe it just sort of, there's a lull in the fighting and they don't really know what to do, you know? So just may as well make something. Don't really want to be doing that against Corollians though. Well, Ulan's caught out of position. Bet Ulan's in for the Lose-a-Lot. I feel like Lose-a-Lot and Schaf are ahead right here. Although, Sweden Eco's gone gangbusters right now. Look at that. As long as he doesn't stop training and build, he's pretty sweet. That's probably Sweden. A lot of people like stop training and build. It's like, why though? But no, he's got decent medicals right now. I feel like Taddy and Antz have the possibility to push out now. I'd want to be sieging like some torps. Just like keep them on their toes. And maybe get some boats out for Lose-a-Lot here. Falk's coming out too. Starting to batch the cannons. It's a lot of war wagons. The war wagons will easily be able to snipe the Falks. And there's no longbows, like, they're not going to trade. If they go in for the Falk snipe, that's going to trade really well. I think Falks probably aren't the right decision here. I think longbow or ranges are the right decision. That's just in my opinion, because I feel like Musk don't do too well against Corollian and War Wagon. I suppose they do well against Ulan, but they've got enough anti-cav for that. I feel like Germany needs to keep going War Wagon. Oh, what's the multiplier against? They don't have a multiplier against ranged infantry, do they? I meant ranged cav, yeah. So I feel like the play here is War Wagon, longbow. The Musk Mass is good, but like you need some Musk sieging this stuff. You don't like Taddy. You probably should be sieging some of this stuff. Just out of, you know, send 5 Musk to go do that. You don't really need them on the battlefield. And now the 3 Falks coming out here. And that's going to really devastate this Musk Mass. But it looks like the engagement's coming up here. Yeah, sites are spotted here. Here they go. Germany charging into each other. And then the Corollians going to start targeting these Musk here, but they're going to retreat too slow, and the Falks get a great volley off. You can see the area of effect perfect right there. One shot onto the Corollians. So low HP, look at that. Right there. Falks having to retreat super quick, moving speedy as hell. Realize they can't take that fight, they lose it here. And all of a sudden, Taddy and Antz just whittling down this Corollian mass. And the score's still in Schaf and Lose-a-Lot's favour. But the military mass just doesn't look like it's there. Cool's now getting trained from Brits. And now these Falks are going to really tear through these buildings here. Really fast. Only needs 1 Cool. I'd probably mix a second because there are 3 Falks here and we do want to 1-shot them. And he does just that. And yeah, here come the boats on the water. Exactly. Does just, you know, casual extra town center. Go on H4. Once he got 2 heavies, it could be very useful because he'll waste a lot of war wagons going to try and snipe them off. So So he's got to send those. Yeah, good. Too cool. We're going to see some cool battles coming in. And yeah, Musk diverted. It's almost as if he heard me. Engelsberg talk now getting sieged down. Industrial age reached. Although, yeah, shipping the 2 heavies, they're going to take a long time to get here. Fort plops right down here, and then the heavies sitting behind could be good. But nope, he's going to go for up in the middle here. Interesting choice. I don't agree with that. Probably here would be better. Hopefully he gets this guard tech in. Maybe the Falk sieging that down if he picked up that, but he's going to go for the town centre in case there's an age up coming in from Germany. Brings it down. A lot of chaos coming in here. The score's now dead even. Losing a lot of buildings here. Guard Crollians coming in. So Lose-a-Lot does have the tech advantage over Brits. It's basically Germany versus Germany and Sweden versus Brits here. And it looks like the German mass is about even. Maybe Antz pulling ahead just by a bit. But losing so many Crollians just to Falk shots that he doesn't need to be. That's really causing troubles here. Some skirms being trained from Germany, which is the right call in my opinion. Hopefully getting some counter-infantry rifling. And look at those heavy cannons skedaddling across the field at insane speeds. Ulan bad, surely. Yeah, the Ulan useless here. I'd be having them raiding right now. Imagine if he had them all over here, my god. Like, there's no point. They're going to just get dropped. Like, all that res for nothing. Cannon's unpacking, ready to go. He needs to start firing. He needs to stop body blocking. Cools are now targeting the cannons here. Do they get a shot off? They do. And one Falk goes down. One heavy cannon on half HP. Needs to unpack now. Needs to get some volleys in. He does. One heavy cannon going down. But there's just too many Crollians just getting slaughtered here. The cannon micro is absolutely won by Taddy here. Heavy cannons, although a good cool shot here. He needs to get a shot off here. He does, and picks off one of the last few Falks here. And the Culverine still not down. The Culverine from Tad shooting a skirmisher instead of the other Culverine. And it turns out in a lapse of judgment in the final few seconds, the last heavy cannon and the last Culverine comes in and wins the battle for them. Look at that, 5 seconds of judgment just gone, and all of a sudden the battle changes. Even with the superior war wagon mass, decides not to push in. Decides not to even just bait him in. Like, he could be like one-shotting all these shouldn't be retreating there. He can still fight that. Coming up to defend the Musgrades on the top side. Very good map control here from Tad, though. Well done. Maybe focusing on there rather than the fight down south, which is okay, I suppose. I definitely want to be using those Ulans. No. Nah, boats are right here. Picking off some remaining musk here. Every bit helps, I suppose. Oh my god, the thundering hooves and the wheels. Jesus. War wagons being bashed out from both sides, but double production. 25 as opposed to, what, 3, 6, 7, 9, 12. 25 to 12 with double production while batching Culverines. 57 to... Is that? Did I look at that right? No. 57 to 51. So the Ville counters ahead. Sweden low on Villes. Those Villes include the water boat. Oh, that's Germany, sorry. So that's why Antz does have a higher land presence, but the water is absolutely controlled, and these whales that don't run out. So I'd rather have the water than the land at this point. In terms of eco, at least. And here come the Cavs just charging out. They realise they've got a bigger mass. They feel like they can take this fight. have the advantage here. They don't have the age up advantage. I wonder if anyone's aging up at this point. No one is aging up. Having to send longbows due to no other... I feel like that's because they feel like they're taking a fight here right now. Longbow's not even a fight. Maybe 1,000 wood would have been more useful and contest the water here. But here we go. Cannon shots onto the heavy cannon. Heavy cannon getting a volley onto the musk. Heavy cannon going down. 80 XP over to the other side. Musk all really low HP. At least the front volley is. And Loselots and Schaf's army just got cleaned up. Needed to wait for the reinforcements to come in. They tried to pull back, but kind of got forced into a fight there. But regardless... Oh, and some bills going down here on the back line. Loselot, very well rated, splitting up Antz's army. I'd want the wall wag just to take a shot and then pull back for 3 seconds, and take another shot and then pull back for 3 seconds. Cannon volley. There we go. That's not what we don't want to see that, bro. Like, it's hard to mass it as is. His mass like has been whittled by about 40%, I'd say, just from idle, like well, probably 30% just from shots you need to take. And a single shot from the cools just destroying both of them, getting onto both of them now. One more cool shot onto that cool that's going to devastate it. There it goes. Artillery war still in the favour of Taddy's team. And now Antz and Sir Loselot is getting pushed back. Probably want to try and take the fight to the fort, not up to your eco up here. Deciding not to push in though, interesting. I feel like if I had that commanding position, although you probably want to siege down... Yeah, exactly. You want to siege down... Oh, that's a lot of HP though. I didn't know that HP got fully restored when they get upgraded though. That's new to me. Transitioning over to plantations for a while now. I mean, if they really want to stall the game, force them to make mortars and just bang 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they could fit in so many more walls here, and then that gives them time to mass up the Crollians. That gives generally time to age up. So many walls. Walls extremely underrated. It's kind of annoying to do, but yeah, look at here, starting to batch the heavy cannons with mass production coming in. Those cannons are going to come in quick now. Trying to pick up those kills. If Antz and Suspect realise this, they could see that more cannons are coming in, considering the effort to try and pick up those kills so dearly. Don't need to be fighting here. It's just so sad to see. Like, he doesn't need to be fighting this guy. Why is Schaf and lose? Am I missing something? Why are they fighting this? They've got the... Look, they're H4. They don't really... I'm not missing anything, right? They don't need to be fighting that. Cleaning up any rogue torps. I'd probably like to see those all unseating down the wall, but now starting to transition to longbow here. Probably the right call. Musk kind of useless in this situation. I'm surprised they've been doing as well as they have been using Musk. I wonder if anyone gets the Zen Temple, because it doesn't even have... Yeah, it does. 1,000 XP and cheaper upgrade costs. That would have been really good for Sweden. That would have been good for both of them. Shame they didn't get it. They've got the res for it. They've got the eco for it. Really missing out on 1,000 XP here. That's their second factory, bro. Tons of res here. Schaf needs to get a second. Does he have a second stable down? No, he's got mass skirms. Interesting choice. I feel like they're not expecting an Ulan switcher. A Husk switch could be deadly. But the Crollians, I feel like I'd keep the Crollians here and I'd just go mass skirm. because he's right, you know what I mean? But putting him into the boat, and you're going to try and go for a quick raid here. Right call, I'd say, but as soon as anything happens, as soon as they see that raid, they're going to charge in. And he needs 2 more layers of walls just to bite, like, great tactical thinking. But you need 2 more layers of walls to give you time to get back onto the boat, back home, and march up there. Good decision. Just slightly off. But the massing of the skirms is the right call, I feel. But he has no anti-cav, so if there's a quick switch, he's kind of in trouble. Pushing at the bottom, forcing all these vills idle. Pushing out now as well. Ulan's being forced back. I mean, the whole army is pulling back to defend the base. And now the front line is just completely undefended. They can waltz in here and take all this map control. Potentially pick off a few stray units. Don't need to send a whole army. There's only a few Corollians back here. Germany now going up. Realises there's a lot of vills in there with the 90 range damage. Might be able to siege it down in time and pick up a few vills, but you're going to lose the army in the process, and then you're kind of screwed at the top. Needs more Corollians on the top side, but the tank advantage, Schaf and Lose-A-Lot have been up in Age 4 for quite a while now. They've got they're getting all their factories and their guard techs in. Ends up abandoning the town centre, runs away. This boat better be ready, but it's not. Don't want to be getting into melee combat with the war wagons here. Wants to stay in range. But wants to... Damn, he could have escaped, but he didn't. That's a shame. It's a real shame. Good tactical thinking, but just slightly missing out. A good Ulan pop there from Germany. Might be able to take out one of those heavy cannons, but I think he's going to miss it. He does miss it. And now 4 heavy cannons. They don't have enough cools to deal with this. I feel like the sheer siege of these heavy cannons is going to just tear through the base so quickly. And he's got nowhere to really run. But all the Ulans are on the back line here. Maybe chucking down a barracks with a villager here is the right call. More heavy cannons. Oh, that's more than enough coolering to deal with it. I think you made enough, Tad. I think you made enough. Nah, good thinking though. I feel like longbow cool with the war wagons will beat this army comfortably. So hopefully a big fight coming up here soon. All these skirmishers getting picked off here by the war wagon. It's like stuff like this, he doesn't need to be losing so many units there. Like there's such a map, like guard war wagon, there's so many war wagon here. They've just got more units. Tad and Antz just have more units. Schaf and Lose-A-Lot have pushed in at the wrong times. They've been overconfident on their heavies. They don't realise there's so many cools here. Yeah, look at that. Needed a volley right there onto those longbow. And he's going to have to push out right now. He's got the res for it. Lose-A-Lot queuing up more skirms. That's such a shame. That's really such a shame. They had it and they just got too cocky. They pushed in. Although, come on, monitor the factory. Monitor the factory. That's in range, right? Oh, I might just be out of range. That's going to be really useful though. And then all the heavy cannons are going down here. But there's more on the way. Plenty more where that came from. He's got to handle these cools. I feel like he's already invested 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sorry, 4 by 3, 6. What's that? 12, 24. He's invested 24 population into culverines. Forget the heavy cannons. Forget the culverines of your own. Put it onto like gold right now and just mass the living hell out of I'd go hacker pellets. Mass the living hell out of hacker pellets. Or Huss, or just like do a big switch. Do a big cav switch right now, in my opinion. Monitors on the water are the right call though. Sieging down these cools are going to be able to handle these monitors really well though. So that's going to be a shame. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like they massed enough units. They had the eco for it. They just did the wrong stuff with it. Like they attacked at the wrong time. They used the wrong units, you know. Those cools actually packing a decent punch. They royal? Yeah. Skirmishers, see. I'm going to try and push in the base here, but some quick Ulan pops is going to be difficult. Probably want those skirmishers at the top here. Once again, needs more walls, but he is going to commit to his cannons. Yeah, imagine if this was Ulan's. Ulan's in the base right now, devastate all this. You know? Those skirms aren't going to siege that wall in time. I mean, the war wagons and the artillery are going to have a field day ripping through all of this. I think he spots the... He spots the cools. Does pick one off. And if we see a heavy cannon volley right on these archers here, could be deadly. It pulls them back just in time. I want to see the range here. We'll use Tads. Yeah, committing back. I feel like doesn't need to overcommit on the heavy cannons here. I wonder if he's able to age up. Although, my god, they're pushing through damn quick. Oh, with the help of the monitors. That's why they're getting through so quickly. And they're in trouble at the bottom here. War Wagon's having to go out to defend that, but War Wagon's going to do useless against the skirm here. This could be it. This could be the game changer here. Chucking a barracks in, blocking the wall. Those skirmishers are going to shred through those War Wagons. Great trade. And doing a full 180. Everyone pulling back. Starting to fight on the south. Realizes it's too long of a struggle to get to the eco, but the eco is right there on the bottom line. This is it, my god. Well, I'm coming around. Might be able to pick up some muskets, some skirmishes here. But too many guard war wagons to defend this. Getting a long range monitor shot. You probably want to be fighting that. Needle gunners. Yeah, look at that damage. Just keep them at bay. Force Brits to come down and help out, although Brits has taken sweet time. Does want to siege down this though, good choice. But here come the 2v1, not back in time, and they're gonna just rip through the base of Lose-A-Lot here. This is the match point of the Gold League. They're gonna really fight for this base here. They're really gonna fight for it. They're grilling it out here. They're gonna do a massive. I feel like if the longbow can come back here, pick off one Kulverine, and then the rest of the Kulverine can snipe the heavy cannons. Although the explorers and melee slowing down the Kulverines because they're grouped together, and what a volley! Absolutely destroying the longbow mass here. So many skirmishes, such a positive eco trade, such a positive res trade on the war wagons. Into factory territory here. Most definitely in range of those heavy cannons here. Still in range. Blasting away whatever the hell those were. More Ulans. And in the range of factories, so kind of in trouble here. But there's enough Kulverines from both sides. Just absolute arty war, and the double kill there from the Kulverine Royale on from Sweden. So good micro there. Good shots. Good on Tony Marco. But I feel like Antz has just lost too much of his base at this point. Yeah, Antz has just lost too much of his base. Like, I don't know, he's remassing up here, but all that time lost just walking and stuff. And they've lost their army, like, the whole army gone. Like, a lot of it is just gone. I don't see it. You can't push into this. The longbows can pick up the Corollians, but that's going to be slow. They need to deal with this now. He's already lost a factory. Water is firmly in... Look at this. Even taking out the outpost. Water and map control. Like, they've just dug in for the long route and then pushed out. I feel like they made a few like tactical errors, but this was really smart, doing a 180 and pushing at the eco. That was very well done from Antz and Sir Lose-a-Lot. Suspect and from Sir Lose-a-Lot and Schaf. Antz and Tad have played really well, and their micro and their macro is on point. But Schaf and Lose-a-Lot didn't do as well in that aspect, but they definitely have done better in the like coming up with little tricks to pull ahead, like doing a 180 where to fight the battles, fighting at eco, landing some units at the bottom here. I feel like that's what pulled them ahead here. And Corollians, like I said, they do suck against cav and melee. So the Huss able to pick off one of the heavy cannons here, and potentially more. Going for the cool greens is the right call, I'd say here. Any more heavy cannons? Yep, more heavy cannons getting produced. More over here. I feel like you can't lose your cool greens to all those opponent's cool greens. I feel like that's the problem here. He needs cool greens that are gonna last for a while. Yeah. Needs to batch 4 cool greens for every batch of 2 heavy cannons that come out. Or at least maybe 2 or 3 cool greens. Massing Huss is the right call, but not trickling it in like that. He needs to like mass like 30 or 40 and then charge in. And he needed to do that a while ago. I feel like it's over at this point. They could like hold up here and make it an absolute struggle. Musk and Minutemen on the top here, sieging down some torps. Potentially... No, he's not. Oh, age 4. Potentially housing here. Ulan potentially going for a flank, but needs to wait for blue to come in as well. Gonna lose that factory anyway. Age 5 coming in from Sweden. We've gone right to the end here, lads. Germany macroing for the age up as well. And right now... Yeah, look at all those res just disappear. Right now, Antz and Tad are just struggling to stay alive, while Schaf and Lose-a-Lot are just sitting pretty. They can take their time. Surround coming in here on a few units from the Ulan, which is pretty smart. Definitely like that. Horse guns here. Come to the right call, I'd say. Just not even going for the call, suspecting more being trained, but he doesn't know that there's no more being trained here. Oh, that's a massive shot. 125 base as opposed to 200 base. Not really the best trade. Definitely training the right units, but I would have liked to wait. Wait until you both got mass up and then go in. I understand you're under time pressure and you don't want the Warwag mass to remass. But at least one of you, like, look at that, it didn't even work anyway. You need to go together. I feel like it was lost back here when they fought separately. They needed to wait a bit, concede like a plantation or 2. Very tanky they are, 350. Yeah, it looks like it's over at this point. I can't see them coming back. Scores are peeling ahead. Purple and yellow just in such a commanding position. Blue and red just not really there. Although I wonder if there's cools popping out. Probably suspecting as much. I'm going to try and get that foundry down ASAP. And there are 2 cools coming out. They get in just in time. That was clutch. And he doesn't see it. And he's going to lose some heavies here. But there's so many more heavies coming in. And he picks up... Yeah, he's definitely stalled him. They're not out of it yet. Those longbowmen picking off those war wagons slowly but surely. But those Culverines are going to go down to just a rope force charge here from the Corollians and the war wagons. He's going to lose a lot to the longbow though. Needs another foundry down ASAP. Those Coolreens are what are saving his ass right now. Now going skirms. Mass longbow here is probably the right call. If he can get some quick walls up just like everywhere, he's got the res for it, just a lot of quick walls, and just they both go skirm until they can stabilise. Although the wall wagon mass is still pumping out. They haven't really killed Antz's eco back here. It's still pumping away. But the Imperial 50% tax for gather rates are going to be so much more useful here. Yeah, look at that, 50% more gather rates. And the Imperial Corollians doing more damage than the longbow. Can't really fight Imperial units and Guard units just because of the sheer improvement of the text, 50%. And the eco is just going to skyrocket at this point. I don't know what to say, lads. What do you reckon? Look at that volley, my god. I'm not too sure why they're still fighting. I don't see a comeback from this. Although the military pop is on. If these were Huss, I'd say they'd be in a good spot. But the longbow are retreating now. 2 heavies of his own coming out. Good decision to take the fight here, but the longbows needed to be here. 3 rockets going to get a volley off. Taken out all the heavies, well sniped. Gonna have to charge the Corollians in here. Don't want to be charging into heavies. Gonna absolutely be devastating them here. A lot of splash here. Getting the sound bug as well, which is a shame. But here come the wall wagons. It was a well done last ditch attempt. I feel like more walls would have saved them. Similar to how they did it up here. But I think that's got to be it. I don't think they can come back from this. They're into Tad's eco. I think this is a dub to Schaf. Dop. Next, he's already calling it. Wait, Dop, who did you predict? Oh no! Oh no! You predicted Tad. Oh, that's horrible. Damn, mate. Well, at least you could say you had 60k at one point. I would probably bet on Tad in this matchup as well. It's a shame. Yeah. Slowly just sit and watch the destruction. Congrats to Schaf and Lose a Lot coming ahead and taking the win in the gold match. I think Antz is... yeah, there we go. Cool. Very well played, very well played. Ulan's taken out purple here. Good trades, getting the skirmish into melee mode, but I mean it's already over. It's already over, man. They're both Imperial. It's hard to give it up in like, you know, this far into the tournament, but not over yet, not over yet. Still has more games ahead. It's a lot of Ulan popping out. But yeah. Well played, guys. Very well played. GG's. Score. Well done, guys. Congratulations on the win. Now, let's check the prediction. Oh, wait. No, you didn't. Oh, Dop didn't put all his money on it. Okay, that's fine. You only put 620. That's okay. Alright, so 2 people are going to get a 1 to 1.4 ratio. So enjoy the winnings, lads. Sorry, Dop, I got to take away your 620 crowns. Caro's demolished Cav. In range. Not so much in melee. Alright, let's get on to the next one. Oh, that is the last one. Alright, we'll check out the post game. I haven't received the next replay from GK, so I'll leave it up to you guys in chat. Actually, I know what we can do. I'll leave it up to you guys in chat. I see Dop is in the Royal Discord. We can either have some Malta, Italy gameplay. That will be just me. Or we could have some Royal team games with Dop. Until the next gold match is casted in a couple of hours. So up to you guys. If you want to chuck it in the chat, tell me what you guys want to do. Yeah, it looks neck and neck the whole time. Honestly falling off in the end there after that big fight, but they were ahead for quite a bit. I really had them in the bag for that whole match up until that one massive fight. A's, do you have the you mean like Italy and Malta or regular? Yeah, pulling away there. Yeah, A's, if you got Italy, I'm happy to do some of that with you.